There's been another major departure from Downing Street. The Executive Director of Communications, Tim Allan, has quit. He has said it is now the right time for him to leave so Number 10 can rebuild. Another senior member of Keir Starmer's team gone in less than 24 hours since he saw the departure of his most senior aide, Morgan McSweeney. Another further depletion of the operation at the heart of Number 10, raising questions about where this will end. Keir Starmer attempting today to launch a fight back in front of the Parliamentary Labour Party early this evening. Yet, senior figures around him appear to have taken this moment to depart. Tim Allan's departure, a complete surprise. Fair. I think it's fair to be said that he was not necessarily doing what many would consider to be a considerably a good job, or even a mediocre one, according to many inside Labour who questioned his failure to turn around the reputation of the Prime Minister since he took over in September. Nevertheless, his name as a potential departure has not been on the cards, has not been widely circulated, so it will be a surprise and a blow to the Prime Minister. Other senior figures who could go, well, the other big name in the frame is Chris Wormold, the Cabinet Secretary. He was rumoured on Friday night to be considering his position or potentially being ousted by the PM as part of this reset. But Tim Allan, brought in September as a veteran of the communications industry, somebody who helped Blair to be elected in 1997, who was there to steady the ship, now announcing he is off. What will this mean? Who can Keir Starmer attract? Can he still get big names to come to his aid at this moment of peril in his leadership? What will he do next? Aren't questions, but, Gareth, there aren't answers.
And give us a sense as to what this will mean in the head and in those surrounding Sir Keir Starmer at the moment. What will they be doing in response to this?
Those around Keir Starmer are fighting for his political life. He has to convince, first of all, his party, the Labour Party, that departures of people who you see on the screen at the moment, Tim Allan, are not a sign of rats leaving a sinking ship, but instead part of a process of renewal and refresh. But the surprise that Tim Allan has gone will not help that effort. Somebody seen as a professional, somebody seen who was brought in to steady the ship, clearly concluding that he cannot do so. But with people like Tim Allan gone, where does this leave Keir Starmer? He's got to convince his party that he's the right man to continue, that people can trust him, that he's a successful leader, that he can get his leadership back on track after an appalling few weeks that saw him lose command of his own party in Parliament. That, the single most damaging thing to happen in the last week to 10 days. Now, with the departure of Tim Allan coming off the back less than 24 hours after the departure of Morgan McSweeney, raises big questions about who senior is left inside Downing Street to help steady the ship. Keir Starmer had been reliant on a small number of senior figures, and the two potentially, arguably the most senior inside Number 10 on the political side are now out. Where does that leave him? Keir Starmer has had a habit, a reputation of getting rid of people quite quickly in order to save his own skin. He's left with barely anyone that he's picked up since coming from opposition into Number 10. He has no long marchers who understand how he works, that come to his aid, that can help him and have been with him for a long time. So a huge vacancy now in another critical job inside Downing Street, raising the question of where this operation is going and what the Prime Minister is really thinking.